Greetings and hello everyone. This video is going to be a mini Arabic tutorial regarding the word Muslim. Now, I know a lot of you guys who are Americans, in fact, I would say Americans in general, you guys pronounce this word as Muslim. Now, I personally interchangeably use both pronunciations. I say Muslim, and there are times when I say Muslim myself. But if you're interested in how you actually say this word, it's Muslim. And if you want to learn how to say it, this video is for you. And trust me, this Arabic word Muslim is easy to pronounce correctly because the sound required to pronounce the word Muslim as Muslim actually exists in English. And you'll see how there is no reason why there should be an accent or butchering of this word. I mean, to be honest, I don't even consider Muslim to be an accent of the word Muslim. If anything, I actually consider it to be a butchering. I mean, it's like, how do you get Muzz out of Mus? That's like me getting Tom out of Tim. Hey, and like no one dude comes up to you and goes, "Hey, my name is Tim," and the other guy's like, "Oh, so your name is Tom," and that's kind of how I see the conversation between a Muslim and an American. That a Muslim tells an American, "Hey, I'm Muslim," and that guy and the American is like, "Oh, so you're Muslim?" And it's like, how do you get Mus out of Mus? And I mean, like I have a friend of mine who's Israeli, and his name is Itai, and my parents pronounce his name as Itaya, and I'm like, how do you get Itaya out of Itai? I mean, honestly, people are really interesting, and you gotta admit, people are funny and interesting. um, so, anyways, going back to topic, yeah, I mean, and to be honest, I mean, I've seen significant number of English speaking Westerners being able to say the word Muslim correctly despite butchering other words in Arabic. Plus, the sound made that you make when you say the word Muslim in Arabic also exists in English. And I'm actually going to demonstrate this. And on top of that, every American English dictionary I've seen adopts the Arabic pronunciation of the word Muslim, which is, well, Muslim, as an English pronunciation as well. And I'm actually going to show you two online English dictionaries of American English that actually demonstrate this. And also, countless Muslims use the Arabic pronunciation Muslim uh, as a way of referring to an adherent of Islam in English. Not, and I mean, I speak Urdu. I speak Hindi Urdu, which is my mother tongue. Since I was born and raised in the U.S. to parents who are from the Indian subcontinent, and the most common language spoken in the Indian subcontinent, at least specifically India and Pakistan, is Hindi Urdu. And so in Hindi Urdu, when you say Muslim, you say Musalman. And so when you would ask a person who speaks Hindi Urdu to translate Musalman into English, whether you believe it or not, that person, he or she, would say, well, Musalman is how if you were to translate Musalman in English, it would be Muslim. And the reason why is because countless people from India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh use the Arabic pronunciation Muslim um, as an English way of addressing a person who is an adherent of Islam. So, so Muslim is not only an Arabic usage; it's also used as an English usage by countless people, which includes countless Muslims and also countless Hindus from the Indian subcontinent. Um, so you can ask a Hindu or a Muslim from the Indian subcontinent to say a sentence and translate it in English. For example, let's say I'll say a sentence in Urdu right now with the word Musalman in it. Uh, and so here it goes. Yaqub Musalman hai. So, so if we were to ask a native speaker of Hindi Urdu to translate that into English, whether that person is a Hindu or a Muslim from the Indian subcontinent, he would translate the sentence as Yaqub is Muslim. You know, so Muslim is not only, again, as I stated earlier, not only in Arabic usage, but is countless number of times used as an English usage as well. And so, as you can see, this is from collinsdictionary.com, and this is an American online English dictionary. Okay, as you can see, American English Dictionary pioneers in dictionary publishing since 1819. Okay, so this is an American English dictionary on the line. This is not an Arabic English dictionary. This is not an Arabic dictionary. This is an American English dictionary, and it only deals with American English. And look at the different pronunciations this American English dictionary is telling us about the word Muslim. Number one, Muslim, which Americans generally use. The second one, Muslim, which is how the British generally say it. And Muslim, which is the most accurate and correct pronunciation from all different English pronunciations of the word. Okay, so if you were to compare all the different English pronunciations that are attributed to the word Muslim, the most correct and accurate is Muslim. Okay, so, I mean, for those of you who would say, well, I mean, the pronunciation Muslim sounds less English, and we speak English, we don't speak Arabic. Well, first of all, look at this. This is an American English dictionary that has adopted the pronunciation Muslim into the English language. This is one example of how the English, or at least the American English language, has adopted Muslim as a pronunciation of the word spelled Muslim. And the sound, and that's number one. Number two, the sound us, which is which is the sound that you need to produce when you uh, pronounce the US in Muslim, also exists in English. Look at the word wuss. Wuss is an English word. It's not an Arabic word, it's an English word, and the sound us exists in this English word. So when you make the sound us, when you say the US in Muslim, it is identical to the sound that you make when you say the USS in the word wuss. I mean, the sound exists in the English language. So when you pronounce the word Muslim as Muslim, you're not making it any less English at all. It is as English. In fact, if anything, it's not only as English, but it is also the most correct way. In fact, I shouldn't even be saying the most correct way. I mean, it's the correct way of saying that word. And again, as I've shown you, the sound us exists in English. So when you say Muslim, it's not you're not being any less English at all. Okay, it's as English can be. Okay, and again, just as a reminder, Muslim is adopted in the English language, or at least the American English language, as one of its various pronunciations of the word spelled Muslim. Okay, and this is just one example that I've given here. Every single American English dictionary that I've seen has this phenomenon. And by showing you the word wuss, I've clearly shown you how the sound us, which is what you make when you say the USS in wuss, which is the identical sound that you would make when you say the US and MUSLIM, is not unique to Arabic, but it's also in English. Okay. In fact, before I continue, the first syllable of the word MUSLIM, which is MUS, is pronounced as the English word wuss, exactly as the English word wuss. The only difference being is that the W is to be replaced by an M, with every single thing else being the same, and then combining the word limb. So wuss, you change the first letter to an M, you get mus, combine, and then so you go from wuss to mus. And I'm going to get back to this later in the video. Now, this is dictionary.com. Now, dictionary.com being an English dictionary, again, this is not an Arabic dictionary, this is an English dictionary source. It only deals with the English language. And guess what? This English dictionary also provides different pronunciations of the word Muslim as Muslim, Muz, and Mus. The last two pronunciations only deal with the first syllable. Um, with the last pronunciation, which I've highlighted, being the actual correct Arabic pronunciation of the first syllable. Um, and again, from dictionary.com, wuss, yeah. So if you look at if you look at what I've highlighted here, you see how dictionary.com is telling you to say this word wuss. And if you look at the way the pronunciation keys written is identical to the last pronunciation key for the first syllable in this word. So yeah, just look at it back and forth. Okay. Now, anyways, moving on. Okay. So now we've established that wuss is an English word, and it has and it has the sound us, which is spelled USS in this word, and that the sound that you make when you say the US in MUSLIM, again, just a brief revision here, the sound that you make when you say the US in MUSLIM is identical to the sound that you make when you say the USS in the English word wuss. Okay, so now just bear with me. Say the word wuss. Okay, wuss. Now replace the W with an M and keep everything constant. And you get mus. Wuss, mus. Wuss, mus. Wuss, mus. Again, it's not moose, because what happens sometimes is when I'm doing this thing with somebody, when I'm trying to get a fellow American friend of mine from going from wuss to mus, he ends up going from wuss to moose. And it's like, no, 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 it's not moose, it's mus. Everything is constant. Everything is constant. The only thing that changes is the first letter. Everything else is constant. I mean, the problem with us as human beings, I think, is that we overcomplicate things in our head, than they actually need to be. Um, Apparently, I mean, this is an element in human nature. But anyways, going back, so again, it's not moose, it's mus. Same as wuss, except what they M in the beginning instead of a W. So instead of saying wuss, you would say mus. That's how you say the first syllable of the word MUSLIM. It's mus. Not mus, not moose, not muz, not muzz, but mus. And so therefore, the correct pronunciation is Muslim, not Muslim. Muslim, not Muslim. Muslim, not Muslim. Okay. So, anyways, that's it for now. I'm going to be posting at least two more minor Arabic tutorials. Um, and I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you went through any amount of pain through this mini tutorial, I do apologize. I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass for anyone, but again, I'm just making this video entirely for educational purposes, for those who are interested. And okay, so anyways, that's that for now. Toodles.